A warm welcome everyone, I'm Lady Flame and today we're checking out the prologue, about Death and Faeology. It's a game where you are an expert of FAES and those kind of creatures and you gotta help the police because some mysteries are rising. And I am wearing my best witchy shirt, if you can want. To me, this is a witch vibe. If not, let me know. I thought it was on point and with the themes of this game. It takes place in New York in the 1920s, so that's gonna be a cool style. Full game will have multiple endings, romance, so I cannot wait. Let's just start. What is your name? It's Flame. Proceed. Ooh. Grading first year assignment can be such an exercise in patience. I ought to remember myself that Faeology is a relatively recent science, only a couple of decades old. Interesting. University, the only Faeology university in the whole country, was just finished being built in 1905. Oh, it's super fresh. It is still very acknowledged in the academic field. I wonder why studying fairies isn't acknowledged. More importantly, I've got to keep in mind that children inherit their parents' prejudice and misconceptions. Oh dear. The human world has formed its own notion of fairies. Alas, I found myself unable to suppress a big sigh every time I read the references to poison apple ushering princess into eternal sleep. Oh no. Reference to the continually fairies is one I can understand since it was quite a sensation not too long ago. Although it will be clear in the eyes of renowned Faeologists that the photographs are mere imitations. Are those the pictures taken by the little girls? They basically cut out pictures of fairies, placed on flowers, and took pictures like they were interactive with real fairies. Even Sir Arthur Conan Doyle fell for it. So fun. I pity that Sir Doyle was taking part. Oh my gosh, I just said that. Oh my gosh, this game. I had to take a break. The grading session today has taken me quite a tangent. My beloved Oz. Hi, Oz. You are so cute. Suppose having a fairy companion does give one an advantage in identifying genuine fairies. I guess it does. Say a break is in order, wouldn't you, Oz? Oz responded through trees that I've learned to interpret over the decades I've known them. Please, are you dateable? The continually fairies again? Yes, and Princess Eternal Slumber due to poison apples. We don't care much for human princesses. Like human. Making poison apples rather an easy feat. Oh gosh, no. Should I turn one of them into a toad in front of the whole class to show that faithful is capable of more than that? No, thanks. Also, turning into frogs. Again, very common. At the same time, showing them that not all fairies are a friendly bunch. Oh dear. Yeah, they shouldn't trust fairies, but also, I can't help but chuckle at the thought of that. I believe some might just quit the same day if you do that. Besides, if other Faeologists get a hold of your existence, who knows what they'll do to you? Don't they dare! Chances are high those people will try to pin you to a corkboard and vivisect you. Who dares? I will punish them. I will never let that happen. Yeah, I will never. Always appreciate you pursuing Faeology to ensure that. Aw, it's the least I could do. Knowing each other since I was 7. You saved me countless times since then. Damn, your debt must be through the roof. Well, you could have let me bleed to death when you found me. Oh, interesting. I would never. Can hear a delightful melody of chirps laced with a touch of whimsy, which makes me feel just a tad fizzy. Since the laughter of a fairy possesses some magical quality. While you're on a break, isn't there something else on your agenda this afternoon? Right, Mr. Hankler's letter. Thanks for reminding me. I received a letter from my patron from a desk drawer. Your patron? What? I leaned back to my chair and read the missive aloud to myself and the fairy, of course. Dear Flame, how long are you going to keep me in suspense? I don't know, dude. How much do you like the suspense? Will you not accompany me to this year's Laios Gala? Oh no, social interactions, no. You could do a lot worse than forgetting your boring books for a moment in favor of whiling away in an evening with champagne and canapé, invigorating company. And it's the company that's not selling it to me. And when I say invigorating, I'm not speaking of the old songs with deep pockets ready to be exploited by way of funding grants of your research. I want those money though. I'm speaking, of course, of yours truly. Oh dear. Do write to me sometimes before Saturday. That's tomorrow's date, isn't it? Shut up. I know my delay in responding is entirely by design, I assure you. Yeah, you have a plan, I trust it. I hate to be getting the looks from the crowd like I'm a wet blanket. Faeology isn't warm, I know, they say. Other replying chirp is that it decidedly indignant. Not 2 hours in agreement before returning to Mr. Henkler's letter. Another news, I've heard that little Ruthie Blight caused a minor ruckus in the city's hottest speakeasy. Oh gosh, it's the 1920s, I have no idea what's going on. If your old friend Detective Cruz and then me in the area at the time as well, who knows what could have happened? Ooh, I find myself rather perturbed at this revelation. I will telephone Ruthie and ask what the story was like when we were children. However, for better or for worse, we aren't on friendly terms anymore. Oh no. I resumed reading my patron's letter. Speaking of the detective, had the two of you been keeping contact? Apparently no. He gave me the cold shoulder when I crossed paths with him at last week's benefit. Oh dear. I couldn't help assuming that his persistently frosty treatment to me might have had something to do with you. Oh, sorry. Better be sorry. It's unfortunate that the extensive bonds you have with him should end in a rather bitter taste. As you have told me more than once, when it was good, there was nothing else quite like it. Yet to speak very little of him now, and I found myself wondering if he still holds a place in that guarded heart of yours. Ooh, drama. What's the drama here? Letter sign yours, everlasting Oscar Henkel. Bang. I've got Mr. Henkel waiting for long enough. Like, everlasting? What are you doing? What are we talking about? Press a pen to a fresh sheet of paper to commence crafting a response. Oh dear. A then a familiar rhythmic rapping pierces the silence. Glanced at the direction of Oz, but they're nowhere to be seen. Like, Oz, help me. They must have camouflaged themselves in a heartbeat. Fantastic. I put Mr. Henkler's letter in the drawer before calling out. Yeah, I'll answer later. Later, Minnie. Come in, Minnie. My assistant enters the office. Girl, love the haircut. Very, very few people can have a bowl cut, and I have it well, and wear it well, you know. She's careful to snap the door shut behind her. Professor. Yes, Minnie? Were you talking to yourself again? Oh, that's right, you know me. I see. Sometimes I wonder what she must have thought while hearing the mumbling sound of me speaking with odds. Yeah. She knows where not to poke her nose into things. Yeah, if you want to keep your job, don't spy into my fairy stuff. Yeah. One of the things I like about her, and also what makes her the bee's knee, when it comes to being my assistant. Okay. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's here. Who? Come on. Who? That police detective from the newspaper? Okay. Police detective. Okay, you need to focus. You need to help me. I am the clueless one. I just got here. You live here. Come on, you can't be this. this much of a disaster. Even as I echo those words, there's a sinking feeling in my stomach. You know, the man who made you crumple the papers and toss them in the trash can. In the end, we had to stop our subscription for the dailies. Detective Theodore Cruz? Oh, the ex-friend. That's the one. Knowing Theo is here makes my work momentarily off kilt all year. It's as if by the magic of the fairy tales, I malign the ink of my patron's letter has manifested him to the receptions area. Fantastic. Can you tell him out to delivering a lecture on the far side of campus or something? Yeah, I'm off town. That depends. Oh gosh, girl, I like your style, but not now. Is a like that going to the thirdest man? Oh. An astute question. She's truly wise beyond her years. You know what? Probably not. He happily traversed the entire campus just to torment me, I'm guessing. Alright, let's him in. With a brisk nod, Minnie returns to the reception area. Barely have time for a steadying breath before Theo barges in. My brain is going to Detective Gumshoe. I don't know why. Hi. Okay, chill. He drops a box on my desk right off the bat. Okay, calm down. What's this? Why is he in my office? What is happening? Hi. Hello? Well, look who the cat dragged in. Not even a how do you do, fellow kid? What? Do niceties suddenly mean something to you? Damn, I don't know, they mean something to me, but I don't know. Hi, what's this? I seem to recall you packing your bags and moving out without so much as a goodbye. Oh, there's a lot of tea here. Damn. Was no one to say goodbye to. Oh, the tea is hot. Didn't you find out I left only a few days later? Yo, at least it made it easier for you to leave, didn't it? Oh my gosh, the kites are fighting. It's a tinge of hurt in his voice that I'm only able to pick up because we lived together for several months. Damn. Back then? Living together for several months back then? That's a lot. Okay, that was a lot. As my mouth struggled to catch the words hanging in the air, I feel the piercing icy silence creeping in. Thought to break the silence before they freeze. What's in the box? What's in the box? He let out a deep sigh that rather sounds like relief. Think that's something you didn't take with you when you left. Oh, no, sorry. Your things that somehow you didn't take with you when you left. Oh my gosh. In that oddly crafted handkerchief you loved so much. The handkerchief was a gift for you. Oh, ouch. It's giving back the gifts I made. Ooh, that's a bad breakup. I see the corner of his mouth twitch. He's lying. What should I do with this information? Reach out for the box, check, respond in disbelief. Reach out to the box? I could stretch out my hand to the box, yet he is just as fat and catching my breath before I can open it. I draw my hand from his grip swiftly, like a startled bird soaring into the sky. Like, bro, if it's my stuff, I'm just gonna take it, you know? That truly caught me off guard. Forgotten what his hands feel like. Bro, chill! I was only kidding, although you really haven't changed much, have you? I have not. I just went straight for it. Yeah. Sound amused and slightly pleased if he just confirmed the accuracy of one of his deductions. And neither have you. Oh, I threw all it away right after you vanished. Damn. Said with a subtle squint of his left eye. Another lying tale of his. Oh, he kept all the stuff. Can't help but sigh at his antics. Of course you did. So, what's really in the box? What's in the box? Wanna take a guess? Oh my gosh, I do have an idea, I do. Knowing him, he'd sooner face the whole Al Capone gang by himself than take their bullets before coming to visit. Damn! Al Capone, big head, dude. This must be way more important than our poignant history. Case evidence? I've seen boxes like this one before, but never one quite so large. It's a really big case, isn't it? He nods. The the biggest of my career. Oh, and you want my help? To come to me, to all people, you must be at your wit's end about this. Looks away as if it's trying to hide how galling the circumstances at hand are. Truth be told, I'd rather face the Capone gang and take their bullets and I have to see you again. Oh my god, they're perfect. Gee, that stinks a little. So why would you... Hold on a minute. You think this has some sort of connection to fairies? Flicks their tongues in an exasperation. Oh my, it seems I've hit the bullseye. Stop talking about fairies some point when we were still together. Oh, those talks also led to a heated discussion and then to arguments because nothing I could say could change his skepticism toward mystical beings. Bro, we literally have one. This is certainly the chance to tease him about him, though it might be unwise to consider the emotional period he must have gone through to get here. Damn. What should I do next? Tease him or ask more about this stuff? Yeah, ask him. Let's be professional. We are just two professionals. No, it must be hard for you, but I can't help if you don't say anything. He sighs. You're right. As difficult as it is to admit, the things you've told me before about fairies and whatnot might have helped to make sense of this case. Well. But I have to say, for the sake of my sanity, I still don't believe they exist. Sure, darling. Fair enough. He appears pleasantly surprised by my answer, as though he was expecting a quarrel right around the corner. Little did he know, I've learned that it's moot to try to explain the overworldly beings to him. So what makes this case so significant? Why do you think it relates to fairies? Are you even allowed to tell me? Yeah, are you allowed to bring the stuff out? I hear the sound of a chuckle under the breath like a bolt from the blue. For a brief moment, his gaze on mine seems to revert how it used to be. Ooh, the seriousness returns to his face. Oh. First things first, since I'm leading the investigation, I do have some discretion on what details to divulge and to whom. That is, if the confidence can bring value to an investigation. I can bring value to stuff, yeah. I know you for a fact that you can be discreet. Yeah, still, I must ask your sworn secrecy. Yeah, let me swear on the freaking globe over there. You got it! Yeah, sure. Tell me about this case. Why does it seem to be of paramount importance? It's a multiple murder case. Oh, damn. Potentially prepared by a single culprit. Oh dear, we got a serial killer. The victims are chiefly middle-aged women residing north of the city. From old money families, the types that makes regular appearances at high society events. Oh dear. See, no wonder you all tensed up. Yeah, high profile, pressure from above, etc. You're telling me. Chief took me off every other case and insists I put all my time and effort into this. It's only a matter of time until the press catches wind and makes a circus of everything. The press. And with some of the victims' peculiar manners of death. Oh, sure. He pauses. This is where the fairies come in? This is where I come in? Silently stares at this and then sighs. I swear I must be losing my mind. Oh, you got this. Now he draws in a long, deep breath. Few of the victims have a manner of death that the unit has never seen or heard of before. Oh, wait, what? The strangest case is the one where the body is seemingly hardened to bony tissue overnight. Oh dear. Oh, what, a bone fairy or something like that? Her corpse almost looked like a carved wooden statue. That's horrifying. Yeah, you know, she just turned to stone as it happens. Oh, I've heard something like that before, bro. Come on. Of course you have. I frown at him. Don't start now. He clears his throat abashedly. Yeah, don't start now, guys. Without finding out what caused the death, and more importantly, who did this, the press could spin the story about of control. Don't want to imagine the look on the victims' families' face if and when the papers are making a razz of these poor women's deaths. Besides that, what kind of depraved sick bastard goes around murdering women in such a way? I don't know. Cities are really running on fumes, crime becoming more rampant day by day. People shouldn't have to look over their shoulder every night. It's no way to live. Yeah, it's scary. Even as he lapses into silence, I say nothing. It's not just the city, the rise in crime is bleeding him dry too. Yet I am sure of what word could suit those who are fighting the front line. I've never been where they are. Yeah. Front lines between his eyebrows grow deeper. You know, considering the victim's background, having these murders being exaggerated in papers will pressure the families to insist on closing the case as soon as possible. Oh dear. And the risk of never finding the culprit or finding the wrong person. No matter the cost. Yeah. No matter who's to blame. Yeah, exactly what I just said. Right, innocent people are going to bear the burn for this. It's a terrible situation. I feel my stomach churning. Bro, chill, okay? This is a game. It's a fake stomach, not my real one. I'm across on instinct, trying to hold my own disquietude in place. Is there anything you can do? Just one man. Try as I might, I can't keep those rotten police brass from lining their pockets. Whoa. Okay, we also have corrupt police. Okay. Nothing but a pack of lowlifes in high places. He exhales sharply, his voice laced with contempt. And he falls into silence yet again. Similar words seem to have abandoned me, so I can't shake this feeling of helplessness crawling under my skin. After a minute, he meets my eyes once more. Well, you're a good listener, better than most. Thanks. Curses his lips into almost a smile. Oh, I don't mind it at all. Yeah, we can tell. Be professional. Thanks. He clears his throat once more. Let's get down to brass tacks. This box includes case files, crime scene photos, a couple of blood samples, which I was able to request to bring to you, and several other pieces of evidence. Other than the strange manners of death, as I've said, the forensics was puzzled too by the blood samples. How so? Yeah. One of them doesn't contain iron. Oh dear, iron is dangerous to FAES. This is interesting, yeah. Nothing surprises you, does it? But about this peculiarity, I bring up something from my fairy book, but you always find a way to deny it. Right about that? I'm still investigating the possibility of unknown drugs or poison that somehow causes those oddities. I'd be a fool to not go after my hunch and look into all possibilities. But about robbery, I'd ruled out no fingertips, no evidence of breaking in, nothing had been stolen. Motives like revenge or I don't know, whatever, jealousy. Still interviewing the city elites, looking for the possible motives. Seems it takes time, you know how it is. Yeah. Of course, they're very busy, being rich, and looking down at the poor. Speaking of city elites, I know people who can be very helpful in getting some inside information. Ooh! His expression turns sour at full tilt. Who, that man? Ooh, there's another man. I said people, but yeah, that man will be particularly helpful in this matter. He scoffs brazenly and doesn't even try to hide it. Yet at the first meeting with Mr. Hankel, there was some inexplicable tension between the two. That Theo said something about Mr. Hankel feeling off and always hated it whenever I had something to do with him. Oh, jealous. There might be jealousy in disguise. Yeah, it's jealousy. You know I'm right. Even if he's barely in the newspapers, most likely at the pinnacle of high society. And I don't think he'll mind if I ask a few things about this. Yeah, information. Well, of course, it's always got a soft spot for you. I'll probably carry a torch for you for a long time, judging by the way it follows you everywhere. What? Well, I happen to be interested in theology and has a lot of money to allow its development. Yeah, that's a good combination for me. That you're ready to defend him. Yeah, you're so ready to attack him. But are you two united now? Are we a thing? What do you mean? I might have steered this reunion right back to where we were months ago by bringing up Mr. Henkel. Oh, fantastic. Wasn't necessary to mention him. I don't know anybody else who would have that much information about high society. Besides, there wasn't never really been anything. If we did go to fundraising events together from time to time. Yeah, you're just jealous, you're just insecure. It was strictly business. Yet again, Theo seems to lose his reason whenever we talk about Mr. Henkel. I don't have the time or the energy to argue with him. Yeah, I don't have the energy. What should I do? Make him see reason, explain the truth about your relationship. Aren't these the same thing? Okay, try to make him see reason. Does it matter? He came here despite everything. Okay. We're doing an attack. You knew the goal to do whatever it takes to solve this case. So do it. He's taken aback by what I said and plunges to his own thoughts. So one of these days you'll be the end of me. Fine. Make sure he can keep it under his hat. What should he keep under his hat? I sigh in relief. I will. Well, we're on the subject of useful allies. You mentioned before about blood that doesn't contain iron. I can take the blood sample to the university chemist. She's good at what she does. And she's from a rich family. She might know some of the victims or their families at least. Trust your judgment. Thank you. Take it. This is your agreeing to help with the case. I already agreed, didn't I? That's right. Our lives at stake. He let out a soft smile as though in quiet agreement with what I said. Thank you. Well, if you think it'll be helpful, you can even ask the people you mentioned what they know using the evidence items. The case files are for your eyes only. Yes, sir. Understood. Has fallen silent somehow, leaving an uncomfortable hush in the air once more. Suddenly, a realization comes to mind. Does this mean you'd be willing to hear about fairies, about Faeology? Oh my gosh, I'm about to info dump on your poor soul. That depends. If this was indeed fairy doings, and if throughout your investigation you can provide solid theories of three things. Culprit, their methods of murder, and their motives. Supported by evidence, of course. Sticking with the idea that there's a logical explanation, an earthly one for now. Fair enough, yeah, people turn to stone every day. I will let you know that we have approximately 24 hours to get some sort of answer. The answer that makes sense. You feel the papers are close to getting the story. While you're investigating this lead, I'll look further into unusual drugs and poisons. Yeah, the one that turns into stone, is the new rave. About it, Faeologist, do you dare take on this challenge? Do I? What do you mean? Accept the challenge. I'll help you without being challenged. But yeah, bring it on, detective. It brings a grain of his almost consistent brooding expression. Good. If you need anything from me, just ring me. Aye, sir. You need to promise me that you'll not just hear me out, but also keep an open mind on fairy's topic if I succeed in what you asked. Promise. But I can't promise not to scoff from time to time. That's good enough. You know what? You get what you get. I got to get going. Maybe there'll be an opportunity for you to increase Faeology's credibility in the eyes of the academics. True. Maybe. Seems like some detectives have been following the tiny part of Faeology in the newspaper. Says you. One who had to stop the daily paper subscription just because some detective kept getting their headlines. Bro, how do you know? You're so to me. How do you... Before I could finish, he had walked toward the door and opened it. See you tomorrow around the same time. Bye! Bye, have a great time. Hear the door close. Hey! Exclaimed with a hint of frustration. I was talking with you still. After some thought, I realized that I must have noticed the missing newspaper on my desk and my assistant. Oh, reading papers was part of my daily routine. We were together. Ooh, can only shake my head in disbelief. Hasn't changed much either. As I'm reminiscing about a few moments of our past relationship, all reveals themselves again, now that we are all alone. And that was quite a reunion. I hope you enjoyed the tea and the gossip. Oz, this is free of charge. It was quite a reunion indeed. It hasn't changed at all, has it? Ooh, Oz, you know him. I suppose. I know you don't have an obligation to help him. I know, want to help people, not him, but I've already agreed, you know. Very well, just don't overwork yourself. Yeah, thanks, Oz. I find myself slowly drifting to thoughts. A victim's manners of death, hardening into bony tissue, could be one of the fairy curses, ossification. Fully, I could ask also whether a fairy was behind this, and which one, but it's not that simple. Darn it. If they are my longtime companion, fairies have their own rules about exchanging favors, and they are secretive about their land too. Favor like that doesn't come cheap. Oh dear. At least I'm stocked up on milk and honey for small requests. Oh, that's adorable. Speaking of requests, I should get started on reply on my patron's letter. For some reason, it seems to be more interested this time that I come with him than to the gala. View a paper and a pen and mumble to myself as I write. Dear Mr. Henkel, I hope your reason for into high society have proven more fruitful than they have in... should I be hyperbolic? What do you mean? What do you mean hyperbolic? What do you mean? Won't be realistic. Yeah, let's just use hyperbolic. More fruitful than they have been centuries being roaming among their lavish ranks. What? Believe it or not, I have been considering whether the merits of trying to impress the wealthiest folks of the city outweigh the obvious indignities. You first brought up the possibility of my accompanying you at the annual Loy Gala a couple months ago, and I'm still weighing my options. I don't want to play this. Be coy or be apologetic? Oh, interesting. Be coy, I don't know. Shall know my answer definitely if you find me on your harbor the evening of the event. Damn, that's cool. About Ruthie, I can say I'm surprised to hear about her latest flirtations with disaster. Oh my gosh, since we were both toddlers, she frequently found herself in trouble. Classic, I really love this character. Her fiery personality certainly doesn't help her get out of quarrels. Dear gosh. I would love to telephone her and ask her how she's doing, but we drifted apart a long time ago. Oh, that's sad. Nevertheless, I'm glad to hear that Theo was there to smooth things over for her. I've now arrived at the topic of Theo, or Detective Cruz as my patron refers. Suppose his query was meant to uncover whether I still care for Theo. How should I answer? Sometimes my thoughts wander back to him. Here, they are old news. Yeah, here we are done. As for Theo, I've long since stopped dwelling on him. I thought of him in a relic of the past, and I feel no regret in having ended when it did. Upon signing off, I sealed the letter with wax. Then turned toward my trusted Faye. Can I please trouble you with something? Oh, you want me to deliver this letter to your patron, don't you? Indeed, this is of the essence. Time is of the essence here. As always, please take care not to catch anybody's attention. He'll see it by tomorrow morning, I'm sure. It will be my pleasure. Thank you, Oz. I'm off. See you later today. Bye. Watch as Oz flits out of my office window and vanishes. Once the Fae is gone, I call my assistant to my office. Yes, Professor? Hold on a second. I riffled through the contents of the box, carefully extract the blood samples that you mentioned. They appear to be stored in test tubes. Oh, with all the information needed. Would you mind asking Dr. Iford to analyze these blood samples? I'll do that, sure. As I hand the samples to her and notice that she looks like she wants to say something. Say it, girl, say. Over the 2 years we have been working together, I pick up on a few of her tales. What is it, Minnie? How did it go with the detective? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, no, not at all. He's the same as always. There's a lingering beef, of course, but we sort of managed to put it aside for something more important. There's some beef for sure. He has brought me a rather significant case that I suspect might have some supernatural elements, as hard as it was for him to admit it. Good for him. Can't help but grin at her remark. I'm glad it didn't end in a shouting match, at least. Yeah, I'm glad too. Me too, yeah. I'll deliver the blood samples now, Professor. Thank you, Minnie. Bye, Minnie. She hurries out. I'm alone in my office once again. What shall we do? Remembering the conversation about the case, I'm suddenly engulfed by unexplainable, eerie feelings. Should start the investigation right now. Yeah. You should drag and drop an item from the inventory to the desk. Select an item, the records. Okay. Use the magnifying glass. Okay. Black lights. Oh, we have a lot of things here in the encyclopedia. Ooh, and then investigation. Okay. Records. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Case files, pictures. Ooh. Oh dear. What happened here? Okay, let's see if we can find anything interesting. Well, first victim, crime scene. The first time I encountered something that could be ossification. Please stick to my stomach. No one deserves to die like that. Something odd with her fingers. With her fingers. Susan Moore, age 40 years old. I'm sorry, ma'am. Manner of death, refusing to drink anything but her own blood? Time of death around 11 a.m. And profile an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. The victim's mother reported that their victim was suffering from a prolonged paranoid episode in the days leading to her death. Specifically, the victim was acting erratically and saying strange things. Despite the manner of death, there are no signs of dehydration or hemochromatosis, no traces of drugs or poison. Type unknown or blood-related investigations are underway. Blood does not contain iron. Very interesting. Okay, so we were looking at this one. We were looking at the information of this one, not the something in the picture. 51 years old, hardening to bony tissue. From afar, the corpse looked like a carved wooden statue. Time of death around 1 p.m. Then profile an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. Police report the victim reported hearing strange noises and seeing strange phenomena in the days immediately preceding her death. The interviewing officer suspected due to the victim's strange behavior involvement in occult matters. Forensic response, no trace of drugs or poison from what could be extracted from the body. Further autopsy is still in progress due to the victim's manners of death. Yeah. Wooldridge. Now that's a familiar name, is it? Is the victim? Yeah, this first time. Something odd with her fingers. Yeah, I got that. Is the second victim's complexion is not quite the pale hero of death, far paler than it should be possible, almost drained of color. Something odd with her fingers. Okay, let me see what's wrong. Seen corpses before, but nothing like this. There's another strange thing about her fingers. This one, maybe? Like, come on, why are you saying anything. I am confused. And Niblet, 64 years old, numbing her fingers down to the bone. Oh dear. An affluent middle-aged woman in the city, friend of the victim, reported that she visited the victim residence to drop off an invitation shortly prior to the victim's death. The friend, who also wanted to check on the victim's well-being, as she had allegedly been acting strangely at a party the night before. According to the friend, she witnessed an emotionally charged conversation between the victim and a young factory girl. However, the friend didn't think much of the interaction at the time. The crime scene, the investigation car dropped off by the friend, was seen close to the victim's corpse and was taken in as evidence. No trace of drugs or poison, blood type unknown, or blood-related investigation are underway. Does not contain iron. A 19-year-old Mary Hatcher died from shock due to arsenic poisoning. 6 p.m. A victim profile, young factory girl. Wait. Despite not fitting the trend of the previous victim profile, she has been preliminarily included in the case because she was having a hidden conversation with a third victim shortly before the victim's death. Victim's father described her as not acting like herself in the days before she passed. Shortly before her death, the victim visited the police station. According to interviewing officer, she seemed to be on the brink of confessing something when a look of terror suddenly crossed her face. She then appeared to change her mind. Oh dear. She hurriedly left the station without saying anything further to the interviewing officer. Oh dear. Prior to her death, the victim suffered from violent abdominal cramps followed by diarrhea and vomiting, consistent with the effect of arsenic poisoning. Traces of said poison can be found in the blood type A and the glass she was drinking from near the time of death. Blood contains iron and other elements commonly found in human blood. That's a surprise at this point. You know, we have more stuff. Ooh, fun. There's a coin. There's what's this? A box. There's a ring and oh, the tickets we're talking about. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Never seen a coin like this. It looks rare. Seems to be second victim. No, okay. This picture. There's people. Interesting. Teacher invited me to this event. Still uncertain if I want to attend. Yeah. This picture. And families. The ring. Wedding ring seems to be made of gold. And this. Oh, okay. Security things youth being stolen so abruptly. Nothing weird about her finger sign. Interesting. Let's check out with the black flag. Ooh. Something's weird about this. Wait, what's on her hand? What's on her hand? Oh, something, yeah. So something on her hands. I see it. Yes. No. So the middle-aged woman, the color blouse is the victim. So I can add the thing. Yes, the elderly man, the suit is her father. And the woman wearing the carding is her mother, I suppose. This tassel man is perhaps her brother? Very interesting. What's on her hand? Yeah, I'm... Oh. What's happening? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Dude, what is happening? The coin is literally smoking high. seen this before. This is a parasitic Fae. Field transformation magic. Hi. Oh, so I'm just gonna put you here. Oh my gosh, did somebody like give someone like this as a ring? Like this is also, glowing. So there's could be, something. You know what I mean? No, let's end the investigation. Yeah, let's go on, I guess. No? Knocked on the door makes me glance up from my desk. Realize the sands have said what I've been absorbed in the investigation. Oh dear. Come on in. Miss Instant enters the office. Dr. Reford has arrived to drop off the blood samples and she wants to talk with you. Already? Yeah, she's just out of the door. Must say, I'm pleasantly surprised at her work speed. Alright, send her in. Minnie nods. She returns to the reception area. Hello, Dr. Florence Reford enters. It has been only 3 years since she has worked at the university, but she has proven her reliability more often than not. Good evening, Professor. Good evening, Doctor. And she hands me the plot. Okay, and the report. Here you go. Thank you. What did you find? Most peculiar thing is that there is no iron in one of the blood samples. Say, is this related? Maybe. The question prompts me to ask myself, so what extent of the case can I divulge to her? You did say they may ask the patron or her for information using some of the evidence. Though she has knowledge of fairies and their... She has knowledge? Yeah, she can handle seeing crime scene photographs. I don't know, she's a chemist. As a turn for my thought, I noticed her voice has taken on a higher pitch. So exciting! You're working for the police? Does this mean that we'll get better credibility in the eyes of the public? Hopefully, yeah. Oh my, we're going to be in the newspapers, aren't we? Oh, and not on the usual corner spots either. Oh, I can hardly contain myself. The peer she took my silence as a yes. It's good that she is excited about the possibility of advances for Faeology, but her cheerful disposition can sometimes be rather overstimulating. As if on cue, a knock on the door arrives to spare me. Thank you. Specific sound is familiar, more familiar when my assistant knocks. Oh, special delivery. Hello, sir. I hope you are the delivery. This is Mr. Henkel. Hands are empty. And what, pray, might be bringing you for me? Is it you or you, the special delivery, Mr. Henkel? I said it as a joke, but it's actually here. If you wish to call me special, then I certainly won't stop you. Damn, this guy. But he didn't bring a box of huckleberry muffins for your office. Thank you. Yes. Minerva was instantly enamored by the buttery scent. She's currently feasting on them. Oh dear. Can only hope she'll leave a muffin a piece for the rest of us. Hello there, Florence. Didn't expect to see you in this office. Oh dear, more tea? We're about to see more tea. Hello, Mr. Henkel. Fancy seeing you here. You do have a habit of making this office your sole stop on campus. Oh dear. She chuckles. Oh dear. That's just because there is where all my money went. A well-spent investment and all the less. Makes a report at Dr. Reford, but throws a subtle smile in my direction. How cheeky, bro! I hope it's one of the romances. Like, come on, older man. We need some older man romances, and sometimes. So Florence, what been occupying your time as of late? She looks at me briefly, possibly wondering whether she could tell him about what she did for me. The usual matters, I suppose. I tried asking your father about you at the last soirée. Oh dear, however, I confess he didn't have the faintest idea. Oh no. You must tell me more about your chemical research one of these days. Colorful pursuit of your young academics thrills me to no end. No, I can't share all that much, Mr. Henkel. Unless, of course, you find yourself in the position to become the chemistry department's manufacturer, then all their secrets are yours. A more playful giggle escapes her lips this time. I'm afraid I'm all tapped out, financially speaking. My bad, my fault, I'm sorry, not really. Oh, but not buying you that one, not for a second. He's telling fibs, isn't he, Professor? Well, now I certainly don't want to get into the middle of the money talk of the rich. I wish I had that information, Doctor. Yeah, let's go with that. Would make proposing for research much easier, with a bit of delicate leverage, naturally. Henkel laughs in amusement. I feel I should ask the reason he's here before the conversation takes an odd turn. On another note, Mr. Henkel, did you get my letter? Is that the real reason you dropped by? Or recalling that I asked Oz to insert the letter into his mailbox only this afternoon about to retract his questions. Oh dear. And especially though he bows his head in assent. Words have always had this immersive impact on me. Perhaps this is why you are such an effective educator. What? When I encounter your written language, I long to hear it spoken post-haste. Bro, the way it's flirting. Are you putting a spell on your letters by any chance? I'm not. Since you're the one with all the spells, Mr. Henkel. Yeah, flirting back. Let's go. Muffins, for once, have always been successful in getting Minnie's guards down. Oh dear, you are making me blush. I suppose it's time I take my leave and let you both be. I'm due somewhere shortly, anyhow. No, that not necessary. I can't stay long either. Oh no, Mr. Henkel lapsed into silence as he continues staring into my eyes. It's difficult to maintain eye contact with him, but even harder to look away. Oh dear. Wonder what I should do. I ought to discuss the case, but both of them seem to be in a hurry. Should I tell Mr. Henkel to return another day since I need to have an important conversation with Dr. Ryford right now? Don't make it issue. Should I dismiss the chemist and meet with my patron now? Don't make me choose. There are benefits of either choice. Since the Ryford opinions on the case might be a good idea, she could share more insight on the chemistry side of the case. Her parents own a successful company that produces the powered makeup in evidence. She will also know the social happening among the wealthy elites. On the other hand, Mr. Henkel is also a viable candidate for the interview. His connection with high society knows no bound. Everybody seems to know him one way or another. He might know things Dr. Royford doesn't. See, I've been funding my research for a long time. He's also more familiar with fairy topics. Who should I interview? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go with Mr. Henkel. Mr. Henkel, would you mind staying for a while to discuss something? Not at all. I'll be delighted. Turn back toward the chemist. Dr. Ryford, thanks again for analyzing the samples. Yeah, I have the results. I can read those. Assistance has been invaluable. Please don't let me keep you any longer today. Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm always happy to help. Goodbye. They're bidding Mr. Henkel a sweet farewell. Dr. Ryford is out of the door no time. Bye. What do you talk about, my dear Faeologist? Bro, stop it. I gestured toward the large box on my desk. It's a box of evidence for multiple murders case from Detective Cruz. It is indeed. He brought it to me this morning. You haven't seen the detective in months, have you? Yeah. How did the visit go? Better than I could hope. Nothing special. Yeah, just... work. Nothing special. There wasn't anything worth mentioning except, of course, from the top priority case I'm tasked with. I don't know why, but I have an inkling that is pleased. Ooh. Was that why Dr. Ryford was here earlier? She had analyzed some biological samples. Yeah, that's right. Tell me about this case. How can I help? They're binding my patron to secrecy. I rattle off the basic fact of the homicides. I believe I might have heard a bit about this case. Damn, that's quick. Not the gory details, mind you. Oh, thankfully, just little whispers here and there. Yes, I was hoping you'd be familiar with some of the parties involved. Wanted to show you something. Please share any knowledge you may have about the evidence. Sure, I can do that. Okay, let's see. What can I show it to you? Okay, then we're talking about some makeup. This is one from the popular brand Nectar Bell. The one, although that's all I know about it. Okay, and this is and that's a specific Fae. Yeah, they're the ones killing the poor ladies. Rather surprised that he's able to identify a Fae with just one look. Suppose he did read everything from my research reports. And then wait, hold up. Let me see. Okay, I need to like check them and stuff. My, this is a very bold of you. Oh no, wait, I was just. You sure you want to be bound to me forever? Says you asking that question knowing full well the ring isn't mine. He laughs wholeheartedly. So who's this? Miss Moore. All I can tell you is that she and her husband were already attached at the hip, 2 peas in a pod. Interesting. Can I check this? No, maybe later? Okay. Why are you showing me this invitation? I don't know, I'm panicking. I show you everything. Is it your way of confirming that you'll be at my date? Sure, like it down. You know what? It's a date. You know what? Let's do this. Perfectly. He will pick you up here tomorrow. Yeah, don't go just yet. Hold up. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's show photograph of Miss Woodbridge family. Faces here are familiar to me. Must express my deepest sympathies when I see them at the Lua Gala. You tell me more about the people in this picture? Woodbridges are perhaps one of the most prominent and powerful families in the city. Victim's father was in the running to be the richest in the world until he decided to devote much of his wealth to lavish charitable endeavors. The other woman is the victim's stepmother, a beautiful socialite for whom the victim's father divorced their biological mother in their 20s. His younger man is the victim's stepbrother. Interesting. And this family? Miss Moore's family? Can you tell me about these people? I believe these early couples are adoptive parents. Oh! I never really talked to them, but I hear they're kind, wonderful people. Biologically, Madame Moore was born as a so-called miracle baby to wealthy parents of advanced age. They passed away. She had other family members by blood. She was thus adopted by a middle-class couple who were a trusted employee of her biological parents, so I have heard. So she also a rich girl. Upon coming of age, she received her sizable inheritance and wedded a recently rich entrepreneur of humble origins. Is a widower in the photograph. It's said to be extremely close to his parents-in-law. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I think we checked everything. Yeah. And no further questions. I believe I have enough information for now. Already? Yeah, Mr. Henkel. Earlier you mentioned you had a prior arrangement, so I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your time. You've been incredibly helpful. Delighted I could be of assistance. So reach out to me if you need anything else. See you soon, yes? I give a brief nod. Bye. Uncle then leaves the office. Alone again, not for long. My assistant pops into the office. Hey, Minerva. I'm heading home soon. Is there anything else I can do to help? No, I'll be perfectly fine. Think I'll stay and work for a bit longer. Okay, see you tomorrow, Professor. Have a safe trip home. Upon wishing me the same, Minnie leaves. I have some time until I have to wrap up my work day and head home from the office. Okay, let's see. These things. Is the doctor report lab report? Okay, this content is quite similar to forensic report. Elements similarly found in human blood, such as phosphorus, carbohydrates, and some proteins, are found in the third victim blood. It doesn't contain iron. Moreover, the amount of phosphorus found is in a higher percentage than in human blood, making it possible for this to be the blood of a fairy. Fourth victim blood appears to be normal human blood with iron present. Traces of arsenic are also found. Though there is some new information, I had expected the report to be more detailed. Then again, I did ask for her to finish it as soon as possible, and she delivered. That's true. Arsenic, huh? Yeah. I've read somewhere that most insects don't have iron in their blood. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. I don't know if they glow in the... Oh, this one does. Uh-oh. There's no mistaking it. The structure of the thorax and antenna curvature, elongated legs, they are exactly the same as the parasitic Fae I catalogued several months ago. What made you, poor Fae? Of course, no responses forthcoming. Okay, I don't know if I call it poor, since it's a parasite. Okay, I think we looked at everything. I don't know. It's the next afternoon. Should be grading assignments or reviewing the lecture and going to deliver a Kamanji or do anything productive in the realm of professional duties. Instead, I find my attention straying more and more toward the office door. I voice my frustration to good old Oz. He will probably arrive at any moment. I can't stop wondering whether my explanation will be enough for him. I passed no sort of an explanation ever seemed to please him when it came to fairies. Why should I do so now, My voice cracks with concern. Well, this time he came to you, bearing in mind the possibility of fairy involvement. He'd be a fool if he discredits you so soon. My fairy companion's chirps become increasingly stern this time. But you need to get yourself together. You must remain steadfast and strong when facing the detective. Don't permit your voice to falter when presenting your findings. I know I can't let myself unravel at this point. Just that I never solicited my opinion quite in this manner. A professional insight, no less. All the more reason to be as calm as you can be. Maintaining your composure is essential to delivering a persuasive argument. No matter what happens, at least you know you tried. True. At the end of the day, he's the one who needs to solve this case. Yeah, right, of course you are. Not a detective, simply a professor sharing my perspective. Thank you also for always talking me off the ledge. Just then somebody knocks at the door. Hide. That's my cue to sail past your window ledge. Best of luck! I whisper a hurried goodbye to my fairy friend. Bye, Oz. I'll see you tonight. Once Oz has flown out, I direct my attention toward the door. Please come in. My assistant marches in. Professor, you have a visitor. Let me guess, detective? Minnie nods. Alright, send him in. Bring him in. I'm ready. This time I'm ready. Minnie nods once again and walks out of the room. Sue paces around a little bit after strolling in, appears quite distracted. Finally stops and opens his mouth. So, what have you learned? I take a deep breath. Here goes. I have to present my findings to perhaps the most sought-after detective in the police force. Theo investigates cases right where the crime scene unfolds. Zagazan is easily familiar with the grit and the grime of the city's darkest recesses. Meanwhile, as a professor, my expertise primarily revolves around the nebulous, the theoretical. Must do my best to stay calm and collected, just as Oz suggested. Read the case files. Victims' odd behavior shortly before death could be due to hypnotic spells from fairies. Oh dear, sounds insane already. Fantastic. Fourth victim went to the police station, but before she said anything, it seems she saw something that scared her away. But she saw something not human. And the manner of death interrupts me before I can finish. I've No time for assumptions. The paper telephoned our department this morning, said they found out about some of the deaths. So that's why I looked agitated. Chief is preparing a statement for tomorrow regarding this. So I'll just get to the chase. Is that fair involvement? Yes? Yes, of course it is, right? Yeah, I'm certain of it. Can tell his interest is piqued. However, I'd like to first lay out the basics since I'm pretty sure you've discarded the things I told you in the past. He grumbles as if an admission of this statement. So far we identified 3 classes of fairy: warrior, scribe, and parasitic. Warriors have strong offensive magic, scribes' magic tend to be defensive, and parasitic magic is, well, parasitic. We Faeologists have developed a tool called Blacklight to detect traces of Fae magic. Can even be detected through photographs if the magic is especially strong. Warrior magic glows red, scribe blue. Okay, so the rings or the something on their hands was scribe. We also saw on the ring it was purple and red, so it's parasitic and warrior. Found that seemingly fairies of one specific class are behind this. Which one is the culprit? We saw a lot of red. We saw some purple and some blue, but like the victims, it was especially red, right? So warrior. They're of the warrior class. Was the evidence? Well, both the dead fae and the victim bloods had magic, but the dead fae maybe is more because look, they also attacked another fae. Does this prove warrior involvement? Put the dead fae beneath the black light. It's a dead parasitic fae. Look, it glows purple and red under the black light. I take it their bodies still glow after they're dead? Correct, it takes a little while and their magic is fully dissipated from the corpse. Honestly, looks like a normal bug to me. Hold on a second. Turn to the shelves and pick up one of the boxes containing a deceased insect from my ongoing research. Pen the lid and show it to Theo. Found this one dying just yesterday, died shortly after. Swiftly I put it beneath the black light. Normal one doesn't glow, you see? This expression is a blend of amusement and bewilderment. Quite interesting. Does it end up here? Failed transformation magic, parasitic fate that fed off the victim life source, which became a casualty of murder. Yeah, it sounds like the correct one. You know, if the parasite and the thing that was absorbing the life from dies, it dies too, you know? Makes sense. Since it was found near the victim, it must have been the parasitic fae that was feeding off her life source. Can't seem to remember there being an insect in the evidence. Well, it was a coin before, okay? But it was actually the coin in the evidence box. Turned into a dead fae when I put it under the black light long enough. A parasitic fairy list of human life sources by turning into things? Yes! Theo's sharp question makes me realize something. Parasitic fays aren't capable of transforming into things, so it seems there's a flaw in this theory. What? Wait a moment, it appears there's something I missed. What else you got? Oh no, don't tell me I got it wrong. A ring? Just the ring beneath the black light. You see, Mr. Moreau's ring glows purple and red under black light. Why does it glow purple as well? It's part of transformation magic. It's a parasitic fae warped into a ring because of failed transformation magic. Small metallic objects are known to repel or warp fairies when the transformation magic goes away. But how do you know for sure this one is a parasitic fae? Oh my gosh, I got everything wrong. Must have missed something. Oh no. I saw the blood sample under the black light. See, there's a glow of purple and red under the black light. Does the purple trace or parasitic magic, as you say, have a part in this? Was this fairy blood? Yeah. It's because the blood is fairies and their blood contains traces of their own magic. Yeah. This is further supported by the blood sample analysis. Fairies' blood has high content of phosphorus, just like a portage. Added to that, the missing iron. Fairies have an aversion to iron, they don't have it in their blood. Can still, however, withstand the iron in human blood. That's why some parasitic fae like to drink our blood. Ramble on till you listen intently with a slightly surprised look in his face every time I start a new sentence. To be honest, I'm out of word at the moment. There appears to be strong evidence pointing toward warrior's involvement. Based on what you've shown me, parasitic fairies are the one way or another connected to the manner of killing. Yeah. But you also haven't told me how the warrior fairies kill the victims. It's straight. How do you figure the murders were carried out? Okay. Words derived parasitic underlying to sap life, causing ossification, severe hallucination. Warrior replace victims with changeling and kill the changeling with ossification. Could be. Warrior ossification, hallucination, spell, kill the victim, and nearby parasitic fae. But like, why swap them out with changelings? Like, that's so much work. So maybe this last one? Due to their formidable offensive magic, they eliminated the lowly parasitic phase in vicinity as well. Something is amiss. How do you explain the mystery of the blood? Explain. Suppose my theory may not entirely be accurate. No. Also look at from another angle, the motive. Based on your investigation, what could be the reason behind the warrior fairy's action? Very territorial, so that's the thing. Difficult to pinpoint the reason why fairies do what they do, since they don't follow human rules or morality. However, found that warriors are targeting people blessed by the scribes, or murder parasitic fairies. No. Or human BBD cause. No. Yeah, they are targeting people blessed by the scribes. They had all those glowing blue symbols on their hands. 3 Middle-aged are blessed by scribe face, shown by the sigil on one of their hands. It says over the black light on top of the family photographed one by one. Mentioned before that especially strong magic can be seen even through photographs. You remember? He answered while taking the black light out of my hand and checking the sigil himself. 2 sigils light up on Miss Woodbridge's family photograph and one in Miss Moore's. The sigil is a sign of being blessed by one of the scribe fae, usually given when someone has done a very special boon for a scribe. To give good fortune is passed down through generations. As you know, the middle-aged victims and their family are older age families that have stayed on top of for many decades. That's how strong this magic is. Mr. Moore was adopted, that's why it's only her who has it. Her late biological parents hailed from a distinguished and affluent lineage. She points at the face in Mr. Woodbridge's photograph. He is the biological father, while the other 2 are step family. Yeah, I nodded him. I'm positively sure, should we check into Miss Nibblett's family photograph, she and her children will display the same sigil. I'll see what I can do. Oh, and also means as a warning for others not to harm the marked human. I guess the warning didn't work in this case, did it? Yeah, it did not. No, it didn't. I suppose it makes sense, and it's a pattern. Yeah. This might be target murder. He then casts a glance my way with an air of satisfaction around me and breaks into a smile. Good job. Yes. Considering how rarely he gives commendation, this sounds like the compliment of a lifetime. I can feel my confidence going through the roof. Yes, I need that. Thank you. Lastly, what have you found on the poor girl, Mary Hatcher? Any connection to fairies? Chemist report is similar to the case file. The blood is normal human blood, traces of arsenic, and find any signs of fairy magic from the evidence. And so, based on the relations to Miss Niblett, we can discard the possibility that fairies might be involved with her death too. Theo nods in agreement. One more piece of information to tell you. Really? What it is? What is it? Mr. Henkel told me that there exists a clandestine occult group called the Golden Dawn, asking about this since the police report suggests some occultists might be involved. Hardly anyone here from the upper class has ever heard of it. Said several leaders are members of it. Ooh. He picks up a small notebook and a pen from his trench coat and starts writing. I'm not sure if this is useful. Your scrap information counts. I ought to note down the things that we talked about today as well. I find it really threw me for a loop. I forgot to take notes. Of course, take your time. Yeah, would you like some tea? While Theo is writing, I tidy up my desk and put the evidence back in the box. Anything else you got? That's all I have for now. He puts his notebook and pen back into his coat. He heaves a sigh so heavy I can't believe he has the weight of the city on his shoulder. Even so, when he looks at me, there's a glint of something that wasn't there before. This fleck of illumination is all the more stark since we started this conversation. It's hope, perhaps. Tiny, delicate thing is blooming in this room to counteract the overwhelming darkness and despair outside. Always knew you were clever. Thank you. Even though I feel there are still some missing pieces to this puzzle, you've done well, thank you. Quite impressed. Thank you, Theo. He answered with a soft smile. Well, we still got our work cut out for us. At least for now, innocent people won't get thrown in jail thanks to you. Let's go, I'm glad I could help. I just need to convince the chief and the papers. I might have to bring up your name in my report. Please do. Please advertise me. I can't predict how the paper will handle this, but it's possible they'll mention you and the Faeology. Let's go. It's good for your field, of course. Yes. It's good publicity. Ouch. I hurt myself. It could draw unwanted dangerous attention your way. Oh, they can try. I'll be fine, Theo. I can protect myself. It's what the field needs. Indeed, you're more than capable of taking care of yourself. Yeah, I know that very well. Damn, Theo, come on. Chill, calm down. I do appreciate you worrying over me. Theo's concern seems to fade and he lets out a sigh of relief. Well, this day's certainly been a ride. You can say that. Glances at his wristwatch. I still got time until I need to get back to the station. Fancy a drink with me? You can tell me more about fairies. I'll listen with way less judgment this time. Just like I promised. Bro, are you for real? I don't know if that's a good idea. I get it. Besides, I must honor a prior appointment with somebody else. Ooh, alright. I'd better get going then. Sure, take care of yourself. Same goes for you. Just as the detective's about to leave, my patron arrives at the door. Y'all, tea, drama, oh my gosh. Oh, of course, oh my gosh. Fancy seeing you here, Detective Cruz. Even as Theo continues to glare, Mr. Henkel's eyes are steady on my bro. Are you ready to go? Oh, I was born ready. One moment, I just have to finish grading these assignments. Oh my gosh, you're living a ticking time bomb, the drama. I will take 10 minutes at most. Oh, everything can happen in 10 minutes. Happy to wait anything for you. Yo! Slamming Santa's deal. Leave to the office just a damn. After the part, I focus on the assignments for grading. The only noise that can be heard in the office is the rustling of paper. Mr. Henkel then breaks the silence. Damn, that was... Are you looking forward to all the exciting funding opportunities you can potentially snag at this event? Bro, I am so ready. I'm not looking forward to rattling my can and waiting for coins to drop. Spare some change. Where's the Squidward, Jeff? I'd never let you beg. Oh dear. As you're with me, you'll get things done with dignity. You know that I'm not most excited to see, or taste rather? Oh dear, what? The free-flowing champagne. The fundraiser will have that, right? Of course, that's a given. Yeah, What creams we love to pour more than pouring champagne? A lot to celebrate tonight. Oh, you have to tell me everything as soon as possible. Oh, I will, I promise. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, Oh, wow, I was not expecting that. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Ah. Ending to gala of generosity. Ooh, I like it. It's another afternoon in the office. My patron stopped by to discuss a research project that I've been considering. Now that Faeology might get increasing credibility, especially with the police, I think we should examine the prevalence of strange deaths caused by fairies. Do you think, Mr. Henkel? Police may agree to help us collect the data. I'm not so sure about that. It will take time for the police to trust us to that extent. Besides, would it be more pressing to focus your research on warrior phase? Yeah, they could be still, a foot. Oh, we have to talk. Okay, calm down. Hi. Before I can respond, two individuals suddenly barged into my office. Sorry, I tried to stop him, but couldn't. Rude, even though I told him you were in the meeting right now. It's okay, Minnie. Go eat a muffin. Can let me handle this? If you say so, Professor. Minnie grumbles at Theo as she walks out. You are the best, Minnie. What's eating you, Theo? You doesn't so much as glance at Mr. Henkel. He unfolded a rolled up newspaper from the inner pockets of his coat and handed it to me. Oh no. What? Then still that? At a glance, you can see the phrase fairies are real, evil is afoot, and fairies kill humans spelled into a bold, oversized letter. Oh no. So I began reading. My patron peers over my shoulder to read as well. Oh no, they're doing a panicked thing. It's not the chief's statement that made the front page, it's another bizarre murder, and this time the victim is a beloved celebrity? She danced till her body gave out? Bro, that's horrifying. He brought out all the excessive grisly detail connected to her. Bro! Moreover, the reports surrounding the other homicides have been thoroughly sensationalized and exaggerated, of course, idiot. They depict the fairies as evil enemies of mankind. In some parts, they even insinuated a war between beings is brewing. Fantastic. Leave it to the press to say the truth. Oh my gosh, the press, especially back then. Oh my gosh. Reading all this makes my heart sink to my stomach churn. Need to put the paper down for a moment. Oh, this is truly awful. I've already checked the crime scene. Details of the latest incident look similar to what we encountered from the previous murders. Given everything, I'd say fairies is definitely in the picture here. Though it's still hard to make heads or tails to all of this. Yeah, I get it. It's very difficult to grasp their motive, but judging by the method and frequency, I have to say this is significant. Something big might be going on in the land of fairies. The conversation unfolded. Mr. Henkel appears to be deeply in talks. I need to check something real quick. Theo gives me a photograph of the celebrity. Knowing exactly what he wants, I retrieved the blacklight from the drawer and examining the photograph closely. We'll see Mr. Henkel peek over my shoulder to see. Oh my gosh. A sigil, the same one as the other three victims had. Oh my gosh. Suppose we can now establish that they are a target murder. Yeah, we had established that. And now that him, for some reason, Mr. Henkel is nodding with me. Though the fourth victim, Mary Hatcher, doesn't have the sigil, does she? You find anything more about it? Theo shakes his head, leaving behind a troubled look. Nobody in the purchase record has a strong link to the girl. We're asking around here and there. The girl that was a saint, everybody loved her. Her squalor Miss Niblet is a strong link we have. Striking realization dawns on me. Yeah. What if fairy transform into a... What? What, they can do that? Suddenly Mr. Henkel's familiar voice filled the room after a long stretch of silence. Oh yeah, detective. Although when a fairy shifts into human shape, they cannot assume the identity of someone already living. Oh. Your culprit may well be a name on the list, but one that doesn't truly exist. Give a nod in agreement with these words, feeling slightly proud that my patron is reading all the knowledge the university has to offer. Theo flinches as Mr. Henkel input, clearly having dismissed him as a part of the furniture. He then scoffs. Theo! All I get from Theo is a shrug. Surprisingly, he turns toward the patron. For what I've come to understand, fairy magic is more than capable of doing the killing. There's no need for poison. But I won't discard the possibility. Mr. Henkel only replies with a smile. Well, that's certainly a rare occurrence. Theo goes back to ignoring Mr. Henkel and talks directly to me. Should I mention that I've gotten permission for you to check the crime scene? Come with me tomorrow? Sure, see what I can do. Right, then I've got to go. I'll leave in the newspaper here. There are more articles about Faeology you should read. There's so much of the word of goodbye to Mr. Henkel. Theo wants to leave. Bye, Theo. Pick up the paper again and continue reading while Mr. Henkel silently read alongside me. The field of Faeology is indeed mentioned quite markedly, but its loyalty to humankind is under scrutiny. Oh dear. Though the police chief spoke of our help, the paper continues to raise doubts about our involvement in these killings. Fantastic! The Faeology University of Firenze, or oh my gosh, newspaper. We did it! We read everything. We looked at everything. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for playing. You're very welcome. This is very cool. This is a very cool idea. I'm very interested to see how it goes. I hope you all are interested too. As always, I'll leave the link to the game in the description. Try it out. Let me know which ending you get. There are multiple ending games in the prologue. That's very cool. As always, leave comments with whatever you want. Leave likes, subscribe, all the good stuff. I'll see you all next time. Bye!